Hi everybody, Mr. Cleland here. We're going over some editing tips and tricks. Try that again. Take two. It's fine to take more takes. Hi everybody. Oh, that looked fake. Hold on. Hi everybody, Mr. Cleland here. I'm going over a few tricks and tips when it comes to media. In particular, we took a look at a few editing software options, and I want to point out another one. Last time we looked at Lightworks, which the learning curve was like, that's a mountain. Today we're going to take a look at a slightly more simplified one called Movavi. There is a free version of Movavi, but it does, I think I'm saying it right, Movavi, but it's got some limitations like watermarks and time limits and all of that, but you can check it out. WeVideo's another one, especially if you're using, need something to be based in web, like if you're using a Chromebook. By the way, editing video on Chromebook, video and audio editing is a pretty intensive process for a computer, so you wanna just use software and close everything else. Close everything you don't need, turn it all off, only run the software you need at that time, and that'll save a few extra cycles on your computer so that it can keep up. Also, save your project regularly, like regularly. That's really important. Save your work. Okay, so today we're going to take a quick look at Movavi. A lot of the same stuff we covered in Lightworks is going to apply here, different tracks and so on, but in particular, this one should be a little more user-friendly. Let's take a look. Hey, you paying attention? So you can go to the website and download it, Movavi, try their free version, and there's quite a lot of functionality here. This is laid out very similarly to Lightworks or most software. On the right side, you've got your preview window, which is where my face is right now. Over here, you've got your import files, right? Over here, you've got a couple of different effects and things, and down below, down there, you've got your tracks. Again, very similar if you've used Lightworks or most editing software is laid out this way. So you've got your visual tracks and you've got your audio tracks. Oh, actually, sorry, there's an extra layer here. They've got like titles and special effects and stuff. That's this top one. Then they've got the visual tracks for all your files. Then they've got the audio for your files. Getting your files in again, you can just either click add files, or you can add an entire folder, or you can just open up your browser and drag them, your Windows Explorer, and drag them across. Let me get a couple of files here. So I've selected my files and I'll just drag them in, or I can click on the add files and find them in my computer. Takes a little while to load them. That's a lot of my face. Sorry, folks. So let's do the one that doesn't have my face in it. So welcome to my kitchen. So quick recap. We got our preview window over here. There's our files, either audio or visual, that we've imported. Down below here are your various tracks. Over there, over this side, we've got your video tracks. Above is if you have any titles or basically a second layer or any effects. Down below is going to be, actually the audio file is nestled right there. It's a little different. I guess this is totally a separate track for any music that you're going to use. Let me grab a music file in here real quick. I always use Creative Commons stuff. I recommend it to anybody who wants to get into this, because then YouTube will not pull your videos down for copyright infringement. So that's always a nice feature. So there I've got a music track, and again, just like before, I can simply drag it from the bin and down into my, down below there, and I drop it in and you can see the music track. As with the last one, I can make edits right here, so I already know right away, with practice you learn things, that this volume level is going to be way too high. So I'm going to shrink that down a little bit. So I just clicked here and I drag it down, and it makes it that much quieter. I think that's like a 50% cut or something. The thing I do like about Movavi is it tells you percentages, so you don't have to think about decibels. So as I drag this down, it's giving me a percentage. You can't see, but I can. So I'm going to bring that down to like 30% so that my audio from my video is fine. So, looks a little something like this. Take a look in the preview window up here to see what you're doing. This is what my project looks and sounds like so far. Got the music. no audio right now anyway. All right, I'll have to drag something of me talking. Let's do me in the garage. So I'll drag that clip down below, and let's see what that looks like. I'm a little embarrassed to bring you in here. My garage, let's just say, it's not usually this bad. I mean, often we do have too much stuff in here, but now it's kind of ridiculous. We're working on fixing part of the house, so we had to pull everything out of there, bring it into the garage, and park outside. So it's not usually like this, just so you know. All right, and eventually, and I can drag more files in here. This was a science video I was trying to put together, me talking mostly. So if you just were to build a hut, you wouldn't have the things that keep a house warm. It would look... One pro tip when you're editing, people don't want to sit and watch all those transitions, as you are well aware. So you want to cut those out. You can boom, 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 cut. You can do what are called jump cuts, where it suddenly jumps around. Or you can do fancy transitions, whatever you want, but basically trim out the fat. You call me fat? No, what I mean is the stuff that doesn't really matter for your message. What is the most important thing people need to hear and see, right? And you want to string it all together. You would be shocked at how adding a simple song can make footage seem much more fluid and tied together. Likewise, you can have a visual supplement an audio. So a picture at the right moment can really help your audience digest that information and give them room to think. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope this helps you and you're putting your projects together. By all means, try out different things, see what works for you, and get creative out there. All right, take care. This has been Media Minutes, Mr. C. Cheers. Now I'm gonna go back to editing this. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. I ramble. Ooh, here's something I learned from Hank Green on YouTube. If you're doing a monologue, pro tip, ready? You can be doing a monologue and talking like this, and then every once in a while, pause. And then talk like this for a little while. And then maybe sit back over here for a bit, and then maybe over here, and just kind of change up your framing. Because if you really want to later, you make a cut to a particular point, that little jump can actually be kind of interesting and draw the attention of the viewer back. Don't forget your framing and to mix it up. So just a little fun thing I discovered. And another trick is if you are doing a video like this and you say something you think is really important, but you scratched your ear, well then say it again. You can do an immediate double take, a second take right away of the thing you felt really worked. And then you can just and only keep the one that you liked. So these are the things that I'm learning slowly and I wanted to pass on to you. I hope this helps. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. Thanks very much, everybody. Cheers.